They always, whoever they are, discuss the vaccine issue. Is autism linked to vaccination? Measles, mumps, rubella, the preservative in the vaccine.
Yeah. My opinion,
yes.
There's been a lot of research that's done to be able to say that nothing, there is no connection, and there has been research that says, from the parent side, that say that there is. There's a lot of moms who have said, look, I'm telling you, I brought my kid into the doctor, and I got the shot, and 3 days later, he had autism. And then the behaviors took place. Is it a timing issue that happened with them? I don't have the answers to it, but I can certainly appreciate what both sides of the argument are, and can understand how the medical community who has been mandating shots don't want to be able to say that this is
a... but still a mystery.
It's a mystery.
As the disease, not a disease, a disorder, as the disorder is, ADeeperView, you are, people don't know this, but a successful businessman in your own right and have run many companies and put it all together. One of the things you do well, obviously, is design applications.
It is. I've designed 3 applications in the past, from web-based applications. Kind of years ago, I saw the opportunity to streamline the way that people operate with computer systems to be able to enhance operational capabilities of different tactics. And I've worked in supply chain for a long time, and supply chain is connecting a lot of different events to take place. And in the world of autism, you typically track what's called the ABCs, the antecedent, the behavior, and the consequence. And the antecedent is what caused the behavior to take place. The behavior is the physical action of what took place, and the consequence is what you did when that behavior took place. And by tracking those, you can typically identify how a child is then going to respond to the type of intervention that's provided for them. And there's a lot of different behavioral approaches where you can redirect a child to be able to get a more desirable result from what they're doing. Many of these children, because of their sensory issues, will hit themselves in the ears or hit themselves on the head or scream out loud, and the vibrations of them screaming will give them some sense of comfort. But those are not desirable behaviors to be able to take place in the public world. So to try to be able to curtail those activities from taking place, you want to track what causes them, and then try to be able to remove what that antecedent was, and reformat the way that the child learns and the way that they can take on additional skills.
So ADeeperView collects the data, observes the behavior? How does it work?
ADeeperView is it's actually a very ingenious program that has been designed by a company called Synergy IT. Synergy IT has developed many applications before and worked with internet companies to provide data collection and high volumes of traffic to be able to move rapidly. What this application is really designed to do is to collect the instruction, the response, and non-response, as well as any behaviors that take place from the time that an instruction was given to any prompts that were required, any secondary behaviors that happened, or any reinforcers that worked with that child. And typically what happens in the school system or in an environment where there's a therapist is they try to be able to capture what the accuracy of a child's interaction with a specific skill are, or what the frequency of them getting correct responses are. What this application does is actually collect accuracy, frequency, fluency, duration, latency, quality, intensity, and anecdotal notes about each session, and it's all done through a web-based application. So a lot of data to be able to process, but the trends of how a child is learning based on a minor change of whether it's a physical prompt or whether it's a verbal prompt shows the ability of how much they've learned in that specific task. So if the task was to be able to touch the letter A, where you're trying to teach the child the letter A, you can create a target for the letter A, and the instruction of touch the A is what starts or prompts the child to be able to do that. But the amount of time it takes for them to process the word of touch the A to the time that they physically go and touch the A, the duration of that will shrink as they become more adept at learning that skill. And in the world of autism, you typically try to be able to teach these children in very small chunks. So taking apart the education pattern and recognizing what works with each individual child allows you to be able to translate that into appropriate
individual
approaches.
Why it's more prevalent in boys, we know that. Why is it growing at a staggering rate? Any idea?
You know, some people say that it's because of better diagnosis. Some people say that it's just a wider spectrum of disorders that is currently being included in this. You know, the theories that are out there are really based on a combination of genetic predisposition that takes place, which actually is one of the announcements that will be taking place at this conference, is that Great Plains has developed a genetic predisposition test that they will be releasing at this event. Dr. William Shaw has been doing testing for many years, and about 7 years ago, or 7 months ago, they came up with a test that they're going to be releasing at this show.
Why money for genome research is so important. One of the reasons why.
Sure. Well, there's going to be breakthroughs as time goes on to be able to help facilitate treatment for these children. But at the end of the day, each one needs to be able to have their individual plan interacted by not just their parents, but by their siblings and their teachers and their educators and their therapists, and keeping it all on the same page.
Exactly. We'll give our regards to Richard Aaron, who you will be speaking with at the conference. He was supposed to be with you today, but he's stuck on a plane.
That's what I understand.
Someplace up north. I think Prince George, not sure. He's not very happy with Air Canada.
No.
I do know that. But he's a father who has a grown son with autism and other issues, so we'll have him on when you've gone back to Georgia, Florida.
To Georgia.
To Georgia.
Yes.
Okay. I thank you. Nice
Very
to
nice
meet
to meet you. Thank you very much.
Michael Darden, the Autism Biennial Congress, will go through till March 1st, and they will be speaking of Father's Perspective on Saturday at 12:45 to be exact.